You're growing your business and you finally hit that point where it's time to start hiring a team. I want to save you from making the mistake that so many entrepreneurs make and building a team that makes things feel even harder for you. There's an easier way. I'm about to share it with you. I'm Alex Sharfin, and this is the Momentum Podcast, made for empire builders, game changers, trailblazers, shot takers, record breakers, world makers, and creators of all kinds. Those among us who can't turn it off and don't know why anyone would want to. We challenge complacency, destroy apathy, and we are obsessed with creating momentum so we can roll over bureaucracy and make our greatest contribution. Sure, we pay attention to their rules, but only so that we can bend them, break them, then rewrite them around our own will. We don't accept our destiny, we define it. We don't understand defeat because you only lose if you stop, and we don't know how. While the rest of the world strives for average and clings desperately to the status quo, we are the minority, the few, who are willing to hallucinate there could be a better future, and instead of just daydreaming of what could be, we endure the vulnerability and exposure it takes to make it real. We are the evolutionary hunters, clearly the most important people in the world, because entrepreneurs are the only source of consistent, positive human evolution, and we always will be. You don't have to talk to a lot of entrepreneurs to find one that has a nightmare story about hiring team members. In fact, in a group of entrepreneurs, usually the vast majority of them have a nightmare story about hiring team members, bringing people on, getting overwhelmed, and then not knowing what to do. I want to help you understand how to build a team with the most important step, who you should hire first. Let me tell you why there's so much challenge and discord in hiring a team when you're an entrepreneur. Here's what normally happens. First, most entrepreneurs use hardly any, if any, process to hire somebody on their team. Here's what happens. You start working as a business owner. You're doing everything. You're completely overwhelmed by it. You're dug in, and you look up and you say, I need help. The business finally has enough cash flow where you can afford to hire somebody, and you go out and you hire a position. You're doing a lot of sales, so you hire somebody for sales. Then that person starts selling, starts helping, and then you're doing a lot, and so you hire somebody else in a position, in another position. And here's what ends up happening. As you start growing your team, the demands on you go through the roof, because now you're not just growing the business, you're actually now responsible for managing, leading, guiding, and motivating the team. And here's why that is so hard. As entrepreneurs, we need to get help for us first. The person you should hire first on your team is the person who's going to make life easier for you. And I know that's counterintuitive for us as entrepreneurs. Here's the problem. We rarely ask for help. If you're an entrepreneur who's about to build a team, then congratulations, because at least you're moving in a direction that most entrepreneurs never will. Over 90% of people never hire anybody. But here's the challenge for those that do. If you're in the 10%, we go out and we hire people around us, but we don't get anyone to help us directly. And when you're hiring, that should be your first hire. If you don't have a lot of money, it should be, who's that part-time person that you can hire to take things off of your plate, to make things easier for you, even to do your personal stuff, so that you have more time in the business. As the business creates more cash flow, then hire an assistant, somebody who's there with you, helping you every step of the way. Here's why. As an entrepreneur, somebody who's building the business, you are a visionary strategic thinker, and every visionary strategic thinker needs somebody to help them get things done. I've always had it. You should have it. The person you should hire first is the assistant, the person who's going to help you make things happen. And when you go out and find this person, you're looking for somebody who's excited about doing new things, who's excited about helping you grow the business. Listen to my podcast on the 2 types of operators and make sure that you get the right one for you. Because here's what happens to most entrepreneurs in the scenario I described before. You have a sales issue, so you go hire somebody for sales. Then you have a delivery issue, then you hire somebody for delivery. Then as you're delivering and selling, you have a bookkeeping issue, so you hire a bookkeeper. Then as you're delivering and you're selling and you have money coming in, you need another salesperson, so you hire another salesperson. Then you need somebody to do graphics. You hire somebody to do graphics, a copywriter, a writer. You end up with this team where now the only person who's managing and motivating and keeping everything together and understanding who does what is you. You literally end up monkey in the middle. Listen to my podcast called Don't Play Monkey in the Middle, because you don't want to be there. The way that you end up with help, the way that you end up building a team so that you can get leverage, so you can actually grow the business faster, is by going out and finding someone first that's going to take the pressure off of you. Here's why. Are you ready for this? Who's the most important person in your business? I'm hoping you just emphatically said me. I spoke this weekend up at Archangel, or last week up at Archangel in Tampa. I had a room full of entrepreneurs, and I asked at the beginning of my presentation, hey everyone, who's the most important person in your business? I got like 3 non-enthusiastic me. Guys, for you, this is what I told the audience. All of you, you are the most important person in your business. When somebody says who's the most important person in your business, you should respond confidently, me. And the way that you grow the business faster is to help the most important person in the business get more done. And it's not just about getting more done. When you hire a personal assistant that takes noise off of your plate, all of the focus that you were giving that noise, all of the frustration, all of the time, the effort, the energy that was being taken away from you is now being shared by somebody else. And that's going to make you more creative, more capable, more able to actually grow the business. So when you're building your business, the person you should hire first is the person that's going to help you. The person you should bring on first is the person who's going to make your life easier. The person you should bring on first is the person who's going to help you create momentum in the business so that you don't play monkey in the middle, so that you're not overwhelmed, so that you don't end up hiring a bunch of people you feel beholden to, so that you can actually get your time, effort, energy, and focus back and invest it in the business. The fastest way to grow your business is to get help. The fastest way to get help and to get leverage is to get help for you, the most important person in the business. And if you do that, you will see your business grow like crazy. One of the secrets we have in our coaching programs is that we show people how to go out and find the right assistant, and that in and of itself will often double or triple the size of a business because the entrepreneur is so overwhelmed. And if you're sitting there right now and you don't have an assistant, I want you to understand something. Until you hire an assistant, you are one, because you're doing all of the stuff that the assistant should be doing. The person who helps me in my business, her name's Haley. She's an angel. She's amazing. She keeps me on task. She lets me know where I need to be. She makes sure that all of my flights and my schedule's taken care of, and I don't have to worry about any of those things. And here's what is amazing about her. She loves doing it. She's good at it, and she gets total fulfillment out of it. She's going to be here with me this week in Austin. I can't wait to see her in person because she's like this voice that comes through Voxer and through Zoom and makes my life infinitely easier. Haley easily doubles my productivity. What would your life look like today if you had double the productivity? Here's how I use it. I work more in my business. I spend more time with my family. I spend more time with my daughters. I do what I want to do. I spend more time thinking. You can too. The most important person to hire in your business is the person who's going to help you. If you're ready to start building your business, if you're ready to grow, you want to see what you're capable of, go to billionairecode.com, answer a few questions. Let us show you exactly where you are on the Billionaire Code. And if you want, you can fill out a request to get a call with my team and understand how we can help you grow, scale, get to the next level, and hire the team you want. billionairecode.com.